Very good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Smart Index Edge. I'm Nalinakshi Swamy, analyzing the market and analyzing my indicator. Before I start the video, it's the disclaimer. This video is made for educational and informational purpose only. It does not constitute financial advice. Trading and investing involve risk. Please do your research or consult your financial advisor before acting any information. Sure. This is a mandatory. I'm starting with a disclaimer. Let me go back to the chart and what are the levels? VIX levels, VIX day high for today is 25,292 and VIX day low is 24,998. This forms the range for the day and the market has closed around 25,145. So it is almost equidistance between the upper boundary and the lower boundary. Yesterday, I introduced my another indicator, CPR Gann HiLo plus VCP, volatility contractions. 3 together I have introduced. And this is my previous indicator. This is rolling pivot, Gann HiLo, and reversal magic. Here in this indicator, as you know these are the pivots. Dynamic pivots, it calculates each and every bar and pivots are plotted along with the price. And I have added for the trend Gann HiLo. In this combination, Gann HiLo is little bit higher time frame. So that we will not do any mistake. For that reason, I made rolling pivots, and you can see when the rolling pivot from the handover from yesterday, here the closing was here and from neutral to positive. Market gapped up. You will not be knowing what is happening. Definitely, you will not be knowing what is happening over here, and you will enter into the trade, probably might have entered into the trade, and it is still giving buy signal, right? It is giving buy signal. And sometimes if it is like this, some mistakes can happen. To avoid that, I released an indicator which is with a shorter period Gann HiLo and also volatility contraction combined with CPR, central pivot range. All you must be familiar with that, but alone CPR will not help you. So now I am going to add the CPR, this indicator, new indicator, and I will show you on the playback mode how you can take the trade, how it improves the trade. Here, the market gapped up. This shorter period Gann HiLo started showing reversal. This is blue. When compared here, you can see the longer period Gann HiLo along with the rolling pivot, which comes along with the rolling pivot, is blue. They were matching together. Let me draw a line over here. They were matching up to this line, up to this candle. buy signal has been generated. Even still, buy signal has been generated because this rolling price was above the rolling pivot. And price is above the this longer term Gann HiLo. So trend had not changed, but this shorter period Gann HiLo in combination with the CPR, here you can see this yellow, black and blue color cross you are seeing. If I make it, it will become a line. Instead of that, I have preferred for cross. Let me make it dark so that you can see little bit. Okay, let me go there and make it dark, little bit dark. Okay, I'll make it little bit thicker so that you can see over here. Can you see? This is the Gann HiLo. Gann HiLo, let me make it as a let me make it as a dot. And let us make it still bigger to have a very good differentiation. Okay. So this is CPR. CPR starts forming over here, 1, 2, 3. This is CPR and this is longer term Gann HiLo. Only the signal generates, it has been rolling pivot has been coded like that. Signal generates over here. But you will not be prepared for this fall. In morning volatility, most of the traders, they do mistakes. Immediately entering into the trade. They have to wait for the confirmation. Actually, if you see this candle as a price action trader, you know that it has fallen below the opening price. That itself is an indication. But all cannot follow the price action. They cannot know the price action. Only if you are a professional, you know price action, then you will. So this indicator will caution you. This blue turning into red, magenta color, and the price falling below the central pivot. This is the pivot. Black color is the pivot. Then closing below that, indicating a weakness over here. You're not going to take. So morning trade, better if you are doing a scalping, you should have finished within 3 candles, market could not proceed further. You can make out. You can make it made an higher high, 5, 5, 10, third candle is not, there is no follow through. So trend has not established. It also happens in the many times. The price will come back to this level and give a discount and then it will proceed. This was not so yesterday. Yesterday, probably, even with the indicator, some people might have done mistake. To avoid this, what I did is I released new indicator in combination with the shorter period Gann HiLo. This one is step line. What you are seeing is the shorter period Gann HiLo for the trend flip. Trend has been flipped over here within these candles, indicating that caution and sell signal will be generated. And the longer term Gann HiLo in combination with the rolling pivot only when the price starts trading below the pivot, it has been coded like that. Then a sell signal will be generated. You can see sell signal. Till this, why buy signal? Because buy signal has been generated because price is above the pivot, it has not lost its balance. Only it will lose its balance here. So by this time, if you are an option trader, you would have lost money. That is the problem. So to avoid this and to enhance my rolling pivot, still further, I released another combination of this indicator with the shorter period rolling pivot, Gann HiLo, CPR, and volatility contraction. See here when it flips on the shorter period, for example, everything is green. Rolling pivot is green, both in combination. They are coming together. This uh, longer period Gann HiLo, shorter period Gann HiLo, and the price is above the pivot. Then the buy signal will generate. What happened is yesterday in the last hour, 3:15, after 3:15, you must remember this is the play of the big player. Because around 3:15, all the retailers have to close their position. You can see the buy has been generated. You must be very careful. You need to see buy has been generated around 3:15, right? 3:15 to 3:30, these three candles are nothing but the big player candle. So big player push the market higher. This is the manipulation. Okay. So let me show you with the replay mode how it helps you to take the trade. How in this area you will not do mistake. How you will not do mistake. Let me go to the replay button and start. Let me start it from, okay. Let me go back. Yes. Let me start the 1 minute. Hold on. Yesterday, so I have come. Let me go back to the last hour, 3:15. I'll start from the, so my rolling pivots, let me be on the slower playback mode. Let me replay. Okay. Yes. When they start around 3:50, exactly around 3:50, the shorter period Gann HiLo is giving buy signal. And even the pivots are turning green. They were neutral, they turned green. And you can see the price is closing now. Already pivots have formed. CPR, central pivots are forming over here. That is the beauty of this CPR. When compared to the others, it is forming while the last hour it is forming. When the price is moving up, this is the gap up. People do not see that, and below this, purple dots are plotting, indicating that narrow CPR is forming over here. Narrow CPR is forming around this area. That is below the bar, it has been coded. You can see narrow CPR forming, indicating narrow range together with the NR4 and NR7 bars. Now you can see there is a CPR for the today forming and narrow CPR. This is dynamic CPR at that period. Now you can see the price, the Gann HiLo trend has flipped and rolling pivot is showing red color. Can you see? rolling pivot is showing red color. This is S1, this is R1, and this is the pivot. From yellow to this one, it has become red. And the Gann HiLo, shorter period Gann HiLo, and in combination with the narrow CPR formation, indicated that a volatility expansion is going to come before happening, that it alerted. That is the beauty of this indicator. The second indicator, what I've released, now you just watch. You are not going to see this Gann HiLo and this shorter period Gann HiLo, the color are matching. Unless they do not match the colors, you are not taking the trade. Even though shorter period turns blue, but the longer period is not changing the color, then you must understand this is a pullback. See, now it is a pullback, and the rolling pivot is turning into neutral. From the sell side, it has turned to neutral. For the neutrality to become positive, the price has to climb above this longer period Gann HiLo, then the rolling pivots will change its color. Otherwise, they will not change its color. See, this is a pullback trade which is happening over here. So you are not going to do mistake in this, or you will look for a sell on rise because the trend is R1. If you mark the R1 line over here, and if you mark the pivot here, you can make out the trend has not established. This is just a pullback, and the shorter period Gann HiLo is telling you, alerting you, it is a retest of the higher time frame. There is no trend change. So in combination with this, you are not going to make any mistakes. So I've added CPR. Here, both the colors are matching. Can you see? The price flipped and the trend again started. Trend started over here. Initially, there was no match. Only after this matching started. Now, you see the beauty of the CPR. It is forming over here. It will indicate as a resistance for you. Now the price is moving. The price has come to 25,141. So again, this is a normal process. When the price falls, there will be a pullback, and then there will be a sell-off. The people who wants to sell, they will sell at premium position. Writers wants the position to be sold at the premium. Then only they can cash in lot of money. Otherwise, if they sell at the discount, they will not be having lot of money. Again, around 11:30, it is pulling back. The Gann HiLo, shorter period Gann HiLo is blue, and the rolling pivots are red to neutral. They have not become green. That is most important. When they will become green, they have price has to close above this. Then only they will become green. Just watch it. How the price is rejecting from the Gann HiLo, longer period. It is a pullback. Okay? See the sell signal generated. The both have turned magenta color. Both the Gann HiLo turned magenta color, and the pivot, rolling pivot, turned red. So trend is intact. So this is where the retailers do mistakes in these pullbacks. In this pullbacks, they take wrong decision, they go for the call option. That will be avoided. And if your indicator is with you, this is a beautiful indicator derived from the exclusively from the price action. It is not a derived indicator like RSI, MACD or anything. This is the rolling pivots is a dynamic indicator which I have coded for directly taking the price into action and calculating it, and it is giving you. That's why this indicator is so successful. People are, whoever bought my indicator, making money. You can enhance this by adding another indicator which I have released with CPR, shorter period Gann HiLo, and volatility contraction. And also narrow CPR also, which is dynamic, which will be coded. You just see how the around now still the market has not shown any reversal. The playback mode you are seeing here, replay mode, you are not doing any mistake over here. They are not matching, right? It is blue, it is red. So you are not going to enter into the trade. Sell and raise only till now 1 p.m. You will see the magic actually. How both of them will turn into, see, all the pivots for every hour, all the pivots will join together. They are joining together in the neutrality. Okay? And the new balance line will be established. Till there is no buy signal from the rolling pivot, just watch. And did you note, can you see so beautifully the pivot turned into the yellow? I've coded for that, for the identification. And this is R1, this is S1. Both the Gann HiLo, shorter period Gann HiLo, and the longer period Gann HiLo, they are matching. And the pivots are matching. Here, after the big bar alert, there is contraction. Green dots are plotted. Why? That means there is contraction over here. When there is a contraction with the buy signal, you need to be alert. See, the price immediately expanded to the downside. It is a trap. And there is mismatch between the shorter period Gann HiLo and the longer period Gann HiLo. Longer period Gann HiLo is matching, pivots are matching, and this shorter period is indicating some sort of expansion. Volatility contraction, expansion. Now you will see, this is the consolidation phase, what is happening over here. So you will not be doing any mistake because the pivots have turned green and the longer period is supporting over here. It is a phase of consolidation. You need to have patience. You are not, see, you will not get disturbed by this. This is the way in this area you need all this combination. Now the price started moving. Here, this will act as the resistance. The price, this CPR 25,214 to 25,209 will act as the support. Price could not go to that level, 25,196, and it started. Still, it is positive. Gann HiLo is also supporting, even though a pin bar. This is an alert bar actually. You know about this bar. The sellers have dominated in this bar, and the next bar is retesting. This is the common, and next bar it is going below that, indicating weakness. So this process takes, this combination of this process of the price action takes for nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this area only people start doing mistake. Okay, here after this alert, Gann HiLo has plotted sell signal, wide range bar. Okay, the price started, it is decreasing. Price, you can see, price is still above the pivot. And a balanced line started around 350. It became neutral. Rolling pivot became neutral, and these are the big players. And the Gann HiLo is negative. It has plotted negative. And it is showing a narrow CPR has been plotted over here before closing. Narrow CPR is plotted over here, indicating volatility expansion for the tomorrow. Even though it will be a trap, suppose if it gaps up this area, 25,000, let me mark it, 25,215 to 25,209 will act as resistance. If it is a gap up, then it will be a trap in the region of seller's area. Selling has taken place from this area. See over here. The first hour, 11 a.m., the sellers have dominated. This is the sell on rise market. So you will get confused. Definitely when the market gaps up, you will get confused. That confusion will be avoided. And VIX day high level is 25,292. Suppose after the gap up, I'm explaining the price action. If the price sustains and stays above this longer period Gann HiLo and retests, then it may continue to this level. Price can continue towards this pivot first, 24,257, and it can go there. That's what you, then immediately do not do mistake. This will be a trap. Once the market gaps up, all the call option premium will become premium. Call option prices will become premium, and you have to wait for the dust to settle. This is a trap. All the short traders, they are not short traders. Why? Retailers have closed their position over here. Retailers, they have pressed the button, sell button over here, and they are happy. And these big player, after 315, they have pushed the market downside to trap. And if the market gaps up to this level, these sellers, short-term sellers from this area, they are forced to cover their position. This is the liquidity sweep. This is the liquidity sweep which happens over here. After the liquidity sweep of this big player, because he is having a liquidity crunch, if the market sustains above this level, and it may trade like this also, it may come down it may trade. If it doesn't go past this level, the trend will continue down. So, traders, you should have patience in the first hour. You need to see this is the play. When this will be an imbalance, sweeping the liquidity, definitely to balance it, all the pivots and everything will tell you the story, whether to be on the long side or on the short side. Wait for that. Don't hurry yourself into the trade. When this is an imbalance, the imbalance to balance out and to give the direction, minimum 1 hour it will take. More than 1 hour. Sometimes it may run for, if they want to decay the premium of the call option or anything put option, it will take time. In this period, decay will happen. So who is getting trapped? Writers are getting trapped. Sell writers are getting trapped. So do you think writing is safe? No. With my indicator, writing is safe. You could have written over here and you could have held the position. Here, writing at the last hour is not safe. Last hour is not safe. Buying a put option at this hour is not safe after 3 p.m. Anything can happen. Manipulation can happen. Here, what did you see? Here you saw that the big player after 3 p.m. he positioned himself to gap up, to trap the people. The sweep is there and he gapped up, he plummeted this. This is the big player, presence of the big player already, and he pushed it higher. And you can see big bar, wide range bar, that is the presence of the big player. Now you can see every time the trend flipped after the pullback, you are seeing a wide range bar. After the wide range bar, there is a pullback. You can see over here the wide range bar changing the trend direction and volatility contraction and making it cheap and trapping certain people in this area to sweep the liquidity. You can see this candle sweeping the liquidity. And the big bar pushed the market higher, and the big sell bar here, wide range bar, it may be a trap because this is the trap. It is in the area of this rolling pivot which has started. Then if they gap up, it is in the area of sellers area. Where sellers have dominated over here, you need to be very careful unless you see the direction. In the opening bell, have patience, have little patience, then you will get a proper trade. With the indicator, this is a very superior indicator. You should understand the concept behind this indicator and you should take the trade properly. This is what can happen morning today. That's why I'm making this video. So friends, I wish you all happy trading day. And if all of you have not accessed the first indicator, rolling pivot, Gann HiLo, reversal magic, you can call me on WhatsApp number or message me on WhatsApp number 984520960. My number will be given in the description as well as in the comment. And you can, and together with whoever access this indicator, already many people have bought this indicator. Together with this, if they combine, it will enhance their trade, it will become more powerful. It is powerful alone. Along with this, if you add, it gives you added strength for your trade. Thank you very much, friends. Nalinakshi Swamy signing off.